Do I look like somebody that will spit in somebody's face? Don't try me, don't find out, okay? What's good, everybody? My name is Lena. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. I have been missing for a long time, guys. I've been missing in action. I haven't been posting. I have not liked this month at all. This month has really been very hard, both mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. Like, this has just been a really rough month, and I don't think I'm alone. I feel like we can all attest that February,
the ghetto.
I got 5 cameras that I have broken so far, and I finally got smart and got warranty. Yes, guys, stop buying stuff off of OfferUp. Stop buying stuff the cheap way. Stop being cheap about this stuff.
Thank you for appreciating my tip.
Get warranty on your stuff. I know that this month is Black History Month, so yay, but I talk about Black History 365 days a year anyways.
And that's on period.
So February can go ahead and be over.
Oh my God. I can't. Get out.
Good thing it ends early. I don't care. Peace out. This story never got resolution. I never told anybody about this story. I kind of just act like it never happened, but it did. It did happen. Like 10 years old, but I've always wanted to kind of explain myself, but I never really had the balls to do it. I never really had the confidence to tell people why I would do something so trifling, but I did it, and I'm ready to own up to it, and I'm ready to tell y'all why I spit in somebody's face.
What?
Haven't already, go ahead and click that subscribe button, that like button. I have really reflected on my life, and I have done a lot of weird stuff that needs some explaining, and this is one of those situations that was weird that needs some explanation. So if you guys want to hear the story of the time that I spit in somebody's face, stay tuned. This story takes place of my freshman year going into high school. So this was the summertime. Like, the summer was so much fun. So the new girl, we're gonna give her a name, and her name is gonna be, we're gonna name her Powder. And I'll explain why I named her this later on, but I just want to name her that because it just kind of fits and I'm gonna remember. So the new girl named Powder, she moved into the neighborhood, and quickly she became acquainted with everybody that I was friends with. So obviously she became my friend. She was sleeping over my house. I was going over her house. She had siblings. I had siblings. Yeah, it was just a cool dynamic. She was a cool girl. So when Powder moved in, it was like a couple months before school started, and we had all got close. So only person that's really important is Powder. So me and the neighborhood friends, and I've done a story time with these neighborhood friends before. So these are BJ, CJ, and DJ. This dude up the street, he was friends with her. My other friend that I was really close to at the time, she was friends with her, and she just seemed like she was gonna be popular in high school. I had friends, but I was nobody's favorite person, and even though everybody was my friend, they always laughed about me, they always talked about me, they always joked about me. But I would put myself in the situation, and I would take it. So even though they were my friends, they kind of were like, yeah, she's a lame.
You know, and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
So I was just excited because, like, even though I was a lame, I got to be friends with the cool people. That's just the logic, okay? A little bit of backstory. So a week before school starts, I go over to Powder's house. I go over there because I'm like, girl, come outside, let's hang out. I'm like going over to Powder's house. I thought we was gonna hang out, but when I got there, she wasn't there. I can't remember if her sister or her mom told me that she wasn't there, but she will be back soon. So I'm about to leave Powder's house because she isn't there, and I get on my bike. When I get on my bike, her brother, we're gonna call him Pencil, I don't care. So her brother Pencil and this other dude, this other dude that lived in my neighborhood also was walking into her driveway. So I guess the other dude, we're gonna call him Biggie, because he reminds me of Biggie Smalls. I'm ignorant. Okay, so Biggie's, I'm kind of want to call him Biggie Smalls. Okay, I'm gonna call him Biggie. Okay, so Biggie and Pencil, they're walking into the driveway, and I'm leaving out of the driveway. And Biggie was just messing with me. He like, where you going? Where you going? Where you going? I'm like, I'm about to go home. I was looking for Powder, but she's not here. And Pencil, he was kind of more quiet, but Biggie was just like talking to me, and I'm like, okay, bye. And when I went to go past Biggie, he stopped my bike with his hands. Like, he stopped my bike with my handle, and like he like shook it and had me fall off. And they were just coming closer and closer to me. So like, I'm standing, my bike's on the ground by now, and Biggie and Pencil are walking towards me. But then Biggie goes and grabs my arm and puts it behind my back. A little bit of backstory about me. I don't like it when people touch me. I don't fucking touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me if I didn't say so. In fact, even if I said touch me, I'm probably gonna be like, you know what? I'm not even feeling this. Like, let's not. But especially at this time in my life, it was very crucial that people did not touch me. I was sexually abused as a child, and my fight or flight reflexes are very good. They are very good. Like, don't scare me. Don't make me feel like I'm in danger. So when he grabbed my arm, I was like screaming, telling him to stop, and nobody was like making him stop. So Pencil was just standing there laughing. He's laughing in my face. He's right here, and Biggie got my arms behind my back. So I'm screaming and I'm telling him to let go, and he doesn't let go. So what do? What does Lena do? I spit right in Pencil's face. Was disgusted, and I honestly was a little bit taken back by myself, because I'm not that kind of person, guys. I don't just go around spitting on people. I just don't do that. My mom didn't raise me like that. I'm not nasty. I just really felt like my life was in danger. I felt like I was going to be hurt. I was terrified. Like, my fight or flight reflexes had kicked in, and I just saw red. Like, I was so scared. So when I spit on his face, Biggie let me go. They're like, oh my God, you so nasty. Oh my God, you so nasty. I didn't have much time to really stand there and listen to them, because by the time he had let me go, I picked up my bike and I picked up the speed, okay? I picked up the speed and I rode my bike home. Beep, beep. Shh. Bah, bah. I was gone. I wasn't even trying to stick around and find out what the repercussions of me doing that was. And there were repercussions. Because I already knew that this was about to blow up. Like, I'm pretty sure I went and called my other girlfriend and kind of was trying to fill her in on all this before it got bad. But it was already too late. Oh, I said her name. She said, yeah, Powder says she about to come and beat your ass. Powder says she about to take you out. She said, meet her at the park. Everybody's about to meet up at the park. They want you to meet up at the park so you and Powder can fight, since you spit on her brother. Like, boom. So I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not going to fight Powder. I don't want no smoke. I honestly wanted to just crawl under a rock and die. Could I have handled it better? Bruh, I was literally 13, 100 pounds, facing 2 dudes. I felt like I didn't have a chance. That was scary to me. And yes, granted, Biggie and Pencil were probably just messing with me and flirting with me. You know, like, they were only a little bit older than me, so they probably just were flirting with me. But I don't even like dudes. I don't even like nobody. I don't like to play like that. I don't like when people touch me. Like, you wouldn't know that because y'all don't know me. So I felt like I was defending myself. That's how I feel about it now. Like, that was me defending myself. So, to this day, no one had ever heard this story and why I would do something so trifling, but that was my defense. So I avoided everybody at all costs. I didn't go outside no more. I didn't call BJ, CJ, and DJ. I didn't hang out. I just disappeared. And school was about to start. So that just ruined everything. That ruined everything. And we had just had a sleepover the night before all this happened. She had left over this makeup, this powder. And I just remember not knowing much about makeup, and I was so fascinated with this powder that she had left over. I was gonna give it back to her, but as you see, she was gonna fight me and beat me up, so she didn't get the powder back. But that's why I call her Powder, because that's really funny. I really was fascinated with this powder that she had for her face, because I had never seen makeup before. They kept calling me. People were calling me. threatening me, telling me that Powder wanted to fight me, people that really did never even talk to me before. Like I said, school hadn't even started yet, so people already knew that this was about to be a fight. And I'm just like,
you could do so.
Only confidence I had was to avoid, run away, and deflect. Those were my mechanisms, and I fell back on those bitches hard as hell. So I didn't have to face her on the bus, because if I had faced her on the bus, she probably would have whipped my ass on the bus. But, you know, like, when God loves you, he does things for you. I thought this was gonna blow over by the time school started, because remember, this happened a week prior to school starting. So I'm thinking, okay, this is gonna blow over. But no. I get to school and everybody's like, yeah, Powder's gonna fight you after school. Powder's gonna do this to you. Like, just be ready. Like, you're nasty. Why did you spit on her brother? I really didn't show too much emotion. Like, I wasn't crying or anything, but I didn't have any reaction. I had no reaction, guys. So this can just kind of, you can see where this is going. I didn't have any reaction to everybody trying to hype me up. People kept trying to get me to say something about Powder. They kept trying to tell me, like, you should go do this to this girl. You need to do this, you need to do that. I'm not responding. I'm not about to say anything else more. I'm not about to do any more criminalizing. I don't know if that's a word, but I'm not about to criminalize myself. I'm not about to start no more drama. Like, I can't fight. Like, why would I even start? That's the thing. Like, you must know that I never did this to intentionally start a fight. Like, one, this was my friend, and two, I can't fight. Why would I start a fight with her?
My name is Jeff.
Couldn't show no reaction. So I just went through my day, and when it was about 10 minutes before school let out, like, ugh. So school was about to let out, right? And I knew that Powder was gonna be looking for me. So what did I do? I left class early. Peace out, homies. And I got on my bus. Like, I was waiting for my bus before the buses pulled up. So when the buses did pull up, I was knocking on the door like, I'm ready. I'm ready. It's like the bell hasn't even rang. How are you at the buses? Yeah, don't worry about me. Just know I knew how to get out of school. Like, if oh well, I did get arrested for truancy, but that's another story. But I was very good at leaving school grounds. So it was no shock that, yeah, I just left early. And I got on my bus, and I was sitting on the bus, and it was almost time for them to pull off, and I hadn't heard nothing else about Powder. I'm just like, yeah, I got away with this. Like, I don't even gotta face her, like, all of this stuff. And that's when I saw Powder getting on her bus. Like I said, there was 2 separate buses that drove to our neighborhood. So when I was sitting, Powder got on her bus, and that's when she saw me. Thank God that the buses, like, were about to pull off. She couldn't get off the bus and drag me off or nothing. So I just remember her yelling and screaming at me like, I'm about to beat your ass, you're nasty, you're this, you're that.
Y'all beefing. Ain't no beef. Tommy is calling out Tiara faster than Tiara can even respond.
Like, I was a little punk, a baby, a sissy, a wimp. Diary of a Wimpy Lena. Like, bruh, like, stand up for yourself. I let her rip me apart, and I never defended myself. I never told anybody why I did it. I never explained myself. So yeah, it probably did look really bad. I stood up for myself, and a lot of people don't want to be friends with people that are weak. You don't want to be friends with people that are weak like me. It probably did look so bad on my part, because here I was smiling in this girl's face, being her friend one day, and then the next day she finds out I'm spitting on her brother. Yeah, it didn't really go that well, y'all.
Freaking bricks! When will you learn? When will you learn that your actions have consequences?
Saw that I was giving no reaction to all this drama, and this stuff had been going on for at least like a week and a half at this point, because we were in school at this point. So everybody kind of just saw that I was having no reaction, and it was getting boring, and it was kind of pathetic on my end that I didn't say anything. So everybody kind of was just like,
I've got it. So according to my calculations, she a bitch.
Because that's not even worth it. Like, she obviously don't want no smoke. You're just a lame. But that is the time that I spit on somebody, and I'm super embarrassed about it, because it's like, why would you do that? But at the same time, I felt like I did what I had to do.
I said what I said, and I'm not
emotions make me do something that I ultimately regretted. And I'm not gonna tell you guys this story now, but there was this one time that I threw water on somebody at a concert. No, I'm not talking about like a little bit of water. I'm talking about a 40-ounce drink of water. I threw it on somebody.
You're a fucking idiot.
So if y'all want to hear that story, because I have done a lot of mentally unstable things out of fear, out of anger, whatever you want to call it. I don't know how you guys feel. You probably feel like I'm nasty and still like, you probably feel like I'm disgusting and I'm nasty still, but that's kind of my explanation on why I would do something like that. By recovering from PTSD, anxiety, depression, you don't always know how that stuff is going to come out, especially if you don't talk about it and they don't understand why someone would react the way that they react. But you don't know what people have been through. You don't know their stories. And that's kind of why I wanted to do this channel and why I want to talk about these situations, because there could be a whole situation where you done something out of character that you would never do, and it was only out of spite because of a trauma response. Trauma response is basically reacting to something based off of some previous trauma that you had. You never know how you're going to react to something. So if you do act out of character and you don't know how to tell people I'm sorry or explain yourself, I would recommend getting some help from outside resources, whether that be a counselor, a friend, me. Y'all get in the comments if you guys want to know about mental health and good resources to go to. I can point you into some direction. And whether she finds this video and she forgives me, or Pencil, sorry Pencil, you're the one that got spit on at the end of the day, I apologize. It was never to just downright be disrespectful. I was scared. So yeah, if you guys like this story, go ahead, y'all. Go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because I got a lot of stories. I got a lot of experiences. I got a lot of things I want to tell y'all. I got a lot of stuff that happened in my life. So if you guys want to hear some more stories, you're gonna have to come back. You're gonna have to come back. And how are you gonna come back if you don't know when I'm posting? But if you guys get this video to 10 likes, I'm gonna do the story time. Okay, I don't know which one I want to do. Like, this is my problem. It's not that I don't have stories to tell y'all, it's that I don't know which one to choose. A lot of the stories that I have goes with my mental health, so let me just shut up. Let me shut up. A lot of the stuff that I do has something to do with my mental health. But I got 2 stories on my mind that I want to do next. My first story is the time that I ran somebody over with my car. Yeah, that's just y'all if y'all want to hear that one, comment. Or I could tell you guys the time that I scammed. I was scamming out here, you know, if I'm Cleveland. Oh, had to get that bread, had to get that money, had to get that and leave. I scammed a few people. Hopefully they don't find these videos. But if y'all want to hear about my scamming days, or if y'all want to hear about the time that I ran somebody over with my car, hit that thumbs up. Comment which story y'all want to hear first. This was Lena, keeping it real, because it was a real story and a real experience. Real trauma, real trauma, real trauma. This was Lena, keeping it real while also keeping it lit. Until next time, bye.